everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Art Corner. Long time no chat. It's been almost 10 days since I posted a video, and I thought I would do a coloring update video. That way I can show you a couple of haul items and we can color in a couple of books perhaps, and just have a little chat session, and I'll update you on all things Christina and what's going on. So let's go ahead and start out with some haul items, and then we'll do a chit-chatty bit. I think I'll do supplies first. Right, so the first supply that I got was the Gansai Tambi Granulating Colors number 2. And I have one, and I love them so much, I just had to get number 2. And this is the Cosmic Red, Cosmic Olive, Cosmic Green, Cosmic Blue, Cosmic Violet. And I think I'll swatch these, just not right this second. We'll do that in this video so that you can see them if you have not already. So I was very excited to get these. Took a while for them to come, but yeah, excited about that. All right. And I did a Blick order and got a few things. And these are one of them. By the way, this mat is new. Catnip Studios created this and created a mat out of it. She's scaling down on her store, if you will. She had some space in England, 2 spaces that she was manufacturing out of, if you will. And I'll link her videos in the description so that you can find her and her shop if she still has anything available. But she's basically gone home to do things from there. So she's an illustrator, and you all have seen throughout my videos when I do hauls, I love these mats. I have several different scenes. One for Halloween, Christmas, this one other one I think, but they're so cute. Let me know down in the comments if you think this one is cute. She may have some still available, and they're have a large percentage off because she's trying to get rid of her stock. All right, back to Blick. You'll have to excuse me clearing my throat. I apologize. The allergies are doing their thing. All right, so these are Carandache fluorescent pencils. And they have 6 sides, and they are thick babies. And I have sharpened them all, but I have a yellow, a green, a pink, and an orange, and I got 2 of each. And since these are a little easier to swatch, if you will, let me do that. Now this is vellum paper, but we'll just get an indication. All right. This is the orange. And let me just zoom you in so you can see that better. That's the orange. This is the pink. Well, I love that pink. And this is the green. Love that. And this is the fluorescent yellow. So there we go. Those are fantastic. I love how they fit in the hand. And this is going to be a fun addition. I have quite a few fluorescent supplies, and I thought I would add these to it, and I really do. I've played with them a little bit. You'll see perhaps in a whip that I have. So yeah, got those. Let me just put those here for a second. Then along the lines of Carandache, I got these 12 Swisscolor Aquarelle Maxis. These are watercolor pencils. I have tried them out. So we have, let's see here. Does it say on there? It doesn't. So it has a number here on the edge. So we have a 120, a 161, and so on. And these are the colors you get. Let me just zoom out a little bit. All right. And yeah, so you have a couple of greens, blues, purples, got your black and white, reds. Yeah, it's a nice little set here. And they're also the same size as the fluorescent pencils, but they are watercolor. So let me just show you a couple real quick. And let's do a blue right next to it so we can see how this is working out. Let me get my trusty rags. I definitely don't want to get anything on this new mat. It's inevitable. And you can see they dissolve easily. We'll go light to dark. And look at that nice blend that you get. Love that. And let's do an orange to, trying to see here. Is it this one? Let me get blue off of there. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now let me dig through. I tried a background with these. Just a minute. This is from Spirit Animals. And I was working on mermaid pages. And I used these on this double page. Now, it didn't exactly turn out the way that I intended necessarily, but I did give these a good go. It was my first time using them. And I also wound up pouring a bunch, like, spots of salt. And in doing that, it actually tore a little bit, this paper, because I got it in the binding. So that wasn't exceptional. But that was my fault. That was not these pencils. And I was trying to do like kind of a glowy look around, but I'm not happy with this part. Like, I wish this was a purple and that it didn't just go up to the end of the edge of the page. Let me bring you in a little bit so you can see better. See, this part here, I wanted to do purple, but it's such a small area. Yeah. So that's okay. And because I put the salt and stuff in, I let it sit there for a while. It's textured. I don't know if you can tell here, but see, that's where I got the binding. It's textured because some of the salt stuck there. So I didn't go back to this page. I had a difficult May. So I did not get done hardly any of my plans for May, which is why I didn't do a May completed pages video, if you're wondering. I just didn't get enough done, so I wasn't gonna dedicate a video to that. But these are great, and you don't have to use the salt or whatever. And I did wind up soaking this area here, so I've got some ghosting in this area along with over here, but that does tend to happen when you use watercolors. And then I have this washi tape really just to help this binding a little bit. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure eventually I'll come back to this page, but I'm not in a rush to. but it was a good way of trying out these pencils. And so I figured I would show you that Spirit Animals in Hanna Karlzon. These are really nice blending pencils, and I am going to continue to use those along with some other watercolor pencils. I'm wondering if perhaps I had shared with you all that I would do my metallic watercolor paints video, my Neocolor 2s, this is a separate video, Lyra Aquarelle, Stabilo, these guys, these chunky Stabilos, anything that is a crayon, watercolor crayon type, you all had requested. So I could also do my watercolor pencils and kind of give you my idea on what I like to use best. I do have quite a few, but these are nice and they were on sale, and since I was getting the fluorescent pencils too, I figured I would give them a shot, and I'm pleasantly pleased with them. So if you wanted to try watercolor pencils, these would be a good set to start with because you have 12 and they're larger sized. Yeah, I think it's a nice little set to have. What else have we got? Okay. I was on a Carandache kick. They were having a sale, which is why I did. I got 15 Gouache Studio paints. Now, I had seen this on, what's her channel's name? I'll put it in the description below. Woods. Anyway, she is an artist, and she was on the hunt for an inexpensive gouache to show her viewers, and I thought, how nice, because you know, you have the hemi gouache sets, you know, the large one, the smaller ones, the jelly pots, and they do tend to dry out and sometimes can be very fussy. So I thought I would go ahead and try these out. Oh, they give you some stickers. That's cute. I have tried them out already. They do give you, I think this is the white. Yeah. And yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and swatch these and the granulating watercolors instead of waiting to the end. I'm just going to go with an Arches. This is 100% cotton, cold pressed, 140 pound, and it's 300 GSM. So let's go ahead, and with the granulating, you want to let them marinate a little bit. So let me go ahead and get those with some water. I love these little bottles. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I use them quite a bit. All right, we'll leave that, and then let's go ahead and get some water on these gouaches. I did contaminate, no, that's a new word, contaminate a little bit when I was trying them out before. All right. So let's start swatching. Now with gouache, you can make them as watery or thick as you want, depending on how much water you want to do. Gouache tends to be a thicker than watercolor, but you can thin them out, which is nice. One of the nice things about gouache is that you can decide how much you want them to spread or stay in place. And look how beautiful these are. Let me just fill up my reservoir here. That's what's nice about having these bottles close by. I think I have them linked in my description as some of my favorite supplies. If I don't, I will link them. Okay, we've got this one now. Look at that red. Beautiful. And then this is a pink. Very pretty pink. Gorgeous. Now we're getting into some blues. So here they are. There you go. Let's see if I can pull my light over so you can see better. But yeah, these are a great wash set. And look, I mean, look at all the pigment. I mean, that's about as pigmented as my towels will get. Gouache, of course, is more pigmented than watercolor, but amazing. Very pretty. Look at that. Close that up. Make sure I do not get that on my new mat here. All right, so that is the Carandache gouache set. I'm gonna have to let those dry. Where is here it is. Inside they have a swatch. I don't want to take it out, but if you can see inside, there is a Gouache Studio swatch set, and it gives the color names. So we have yellow, ultramarine, brown, lemon yellow, cyan, black, vermilion, malachite green, white, carmine lake, yellow green, magenta, emerald green, violet, and ochre. So this is our violet. And I'll show you that when they're dry. But yeah, this is a nice set. This is our Carandache haul. Now, I am actually going to tear this out and leave that to the side. Okay, now for some watercolor swatches. I think what I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swatches. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see if I can see those. Okay, so that I've got water down already, so we can see some granulating effects. And I'm gonna wet my brush real good and re-wet these. And start out with Cosmic Red. Look at that. Wow, that's amazing. I'll put a little water in there. Okay, let's see what let me make sure I hit the spot good. Let's go into Cosmic Olive. Oh no, 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 I already did it, guys. No, I should have known better. I should have known. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay, now let's go into our Cosmic Green. And then we've got Cosmic Blue. Oh my God, I did it again, you guys. That one's really blooming. And then we have Cosmic Violet. Look at that. Okay, let me just put a couple drops of water. There we go. All right. Clean off the brush. So that is our Gansai Tambi. Oh, I'm so upset with myself for not putting something down. My initial thinking was to put something down and not do the Gansai Tambi first and wait till the end, but I was too excited. And that's what excitement does. It's poor planning. Let me try to get a clear spot here. Well, I think I fixed it the best that I could for now. Okay, so I'm gonna let these, I'm gonna move them around a little bit and let those colors commingle with one another, and then we'll come back and see these. Artex was very nice to send me the newer 90 color acrylic marker set, water-based and brush tip, bright and opaque, available on different surfaces. So I got this in the mail. I will do a separate video for it, but I thought we would just take a quick look-see. So they have marked them, thank goodness. They got the hint about marking the markers. Let's see, yep. So they give you stickers, and there's 90 colors in here. So I'll wind up doing a video on that. Yeah, I guess you would want to see the number there. I do want to try just a couple. This beautiful blue. See that tip? That's very nice. No pumping. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like these, but we'll see. I will give my true opinion. I'm never sure about these containers, but let's do a green. Let's do 2 greens. You can just blend it out with your finger. I know some people don't like to get messy, but I don't mind. As long as I'm not tearing up my new mats. Yeah, that's a nice little blend there. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those are going to be nice. We'll see how each marker does. We'll do a swatch and then I'll do a page with them. So that is the 90 color water-based acrylic marker set. I like the box. Here's all the colors on the back with their correlating numbers. The color swatch is only for reference. All right. I also got sent the new Ohuhu coloring books. Now I've seen that a couple of people have done videos on these. They vary very nicely because I've done reviews on other products. They asked if I wanted to try these out after I did my swatching and coloring with the Honolulu Plus series with the new brush marker. So we'll open these up on a separate video and I'll go through the books quickly. They're double-sided. They came very nicely. I wanted to show you they put little ends, plastic ends, so that they didn't get ripped up in the mail, and I actually got them in 3 separate shipments instead of all at once. It was wild. Maybe they were coming from different locations, but I'm excited to get into these. And we have Mandela and Animals, Enjoy the Sweet Moment, My Simple Pleasure, and Portraits of Joy. And like I said, double-sided, alcohol, marker, friendly books, which is smart of them. Very smart of them. So I will do a video on that. And I got the new 50 Dragon themed miniatures book by Camellia Angel Kova. And these are so cute. I love anything dragon themed. So these are so sweet. There's a birthday one. If anybody has a birthday, that's a cute one. But yeah, these are adorable. So that's 50 themed dragon miniatures. And on Etsy, I had ordered this book here. This Japanese book, Cute Little Friends with Cats. And it says down here Cosmic Mook, but it also says Akawa Sora, which is translated Akawe Sky. I don't know if that part's correct. But we'll go through this book here. Let me just zoom you out a little bit there. All right. How cute these are. So sweet. Oh my gosh. How adorable. Got all of those flowers. Got some birds. I like big I like big background spaces. So this book definitely, I love that there's a combination. Look at all these little cute characters. I love this scene. Love this. I've seen on other flip throughs and I eyed that one up. This one here. Oh, cute horse. The eyeballs are not in there. Not in all of them. Look, their tails make a heart shape. Look how adorable that is. And this, oh my gosh. Ah, why did they come out with so many cute cat books? I said I wasn't going to get any more cat books, and look what I did. Oh, I love this bookshelf one. Look how adorable this one is too. Oh, it really does capture the essence of cats, doesn't it? Oh, this one's sweet too. I can't stand it. I held off on getting this one for a while and I'm so happy I got it. So happy. Does it say in here? I won't be able to read that. Here are some of the other books by Cosmic Mook. These two. I don't have those. And there's postcards in the back, as they do. But yeah, I thought this was a nice book to add to the collection. And then this one popped up and I got really excited. It's a Get Creative 6 book. I saw this on Elm Colors, I think it was also. And Manga Mania, and it's by Christopher Hart. Over 100 cute characters to color. And look at these adorable pages. Oh my gosh. Look at the little fairy. This one too. These are stunning. And the paper, I've showed before in my videos, my Get Creative 6. I think it's embedded in one of my either haul videos or update videos. But they have the best paper. It is smooth, but it's thick. So I can't wait to get into this book. Touch of Summer. Wouldn't this one be nice for summer? It would be nice to do acrylic in here. That might be something we have to do. This reminds me of a Camilla D'Erico page, you know, with the background little pieces and then a main character. Look at this guy. Oh, it's cute. These are super sweet. I definitely got to get into this book ASAP. We need to do some coloring in here. For sure. Oh, look. There was a mermaid. Ah. Oh, wow. I love this one. Pet beauty contest. Okay, alrighty. I mean, 100 pages of just pure bliss for me. Girl power, girls in fashion. Look how sweet. This is for Christmas. Oh, oh, too cute, honestly. So adorable. And I love how they've colored it here. You all know I love colorful pages. Okay, I think that's it for book. So in May is when, this is Enchanted Sea by Molly Harrison. I started a page in here and I thought maybe I would try to finish it with you all here. And since I'm not doing a completed pages video, it won't matter that you see it now. Alright, so I did a Hoo Cali Art alcohol base, Spectrum Noir flip metallic marker, and I used the fluorescent pink in her hair. That's these from the Carandache fluorescent pencils. That's in here, and look how pretty that is. Love, love. Look how stunning this color is. Gorgeous. How fun. Okay. She's getting carried away. But why not? Okay. And then I used Colero Gold Pearl Metallic Paint for the moon. And it did crinkle the page a little bit. You'll see. But that's okay. Alright. So, and I used the metallic flip markers down here on the scales. So let's go in and work on, I have her headband here that I have not done yet. And what I did was I used a light pink color on the shells. Let's see here. I'm just going to do it. Ohuhu alcohol marker. Just give that a base there. There's Shmoo for you. Make sure that shadow is in there. This is the R18 Pastel Peach. I like that color for skin. Okay, R18. And metallic foot markers. These are a go-to of mine. I love these. They are a favorite for sure. And give them a shake, shake, shake. And all right, do we have... I want to say, I'm trying to look for the similar items here so that I do them the same. I guess it really doesn't totally matter. But I did do a purpley violet base. So I'm going to do that. You got to remind your girl to put something behind so we don't mess up the next page. Okay. This is the V340 Lavender Blue. And on these starred areas is where I had a lighter purple V340. There we go. And then let's do the purple star here. Right. And then I have some green and let's put a little bit of that there. There. And then I want to get some pink in there. Match her hair a little bit. And I think I want to go with the teal for here. And then I can use this yellow. That kind of came out quick. All right. That created a little rainbow effect. Look. Happy little mistakes. Look. Okay. So I think I have all the sparkly metallic except for her lips. And I tell you what, I'm going to put on some glasses here. I got my green glasses and it's going to let me see a little better what I'm doing here. Because I want to give her a little bit of shine on her lip. There we go. So that looks good. That's it as far as metallic, although I could do some in the tail. That's probably, let's see, I used the green. Let me make sure. More over here. All right. So I'm just going to do these cross marks. And while I'm doing this, okay, so May wound up being a month filled with doctor appointments. I had to go get GI workups, endoscopies, and all that. I did share that that was going to happen. And so I do have a hiatal hernia with esophagitis. And yeah, so got some gastrointestinal upset there. And then I also, very inconveniently, wound up throwing my back out. And had to deal with that for a good 3 to 5 days, I believe it was. And then I wound up having an ankle problem again in the opposite foot of the one I have had surgery in. This was not a surprise because I have flat feet and you tend to get tendon issues when that happens. And I just went to the doctor yesterday and yeah, he gave me a brace, or he said I could go back in my boot. I had already gone back into my boot, to be honest, because I couldn't walk properly. And decided to, he said that I could go to therapy for now, come back in 4 weeks, or go in the boot and do a brace. So I did take the brace. It's one that I've had before. I mean, they gave me a new one because, you know, they do get stinky after a while. Got stinky feet. So I did accept a new one, but I do feel more comfortable in a boot. So I'm just wearing the boot when I go out. Or if I just, because I felt like my ankle was going to go out, like roll. And so as far as the health update, you all know for those of you that are new, I suffer from chronic conditions all the time. So I tend to give an update because it does take me away from coloring, which is not what we want. It's not what we want. But it happens sometimes. And then we had some family events. So I did not get May coloring done. I did do a couple of pages. But yeah, it was, I disappointed my buddies. So to any of my buddies that are watching this video, I am so sorry. So sorry. I didn't get them all done, and that disappoints me for sure. I'm going to go with some polychromos here, and I want to darken up some of this, put some shadow base in this rock area. So let's do that together. Let me zoom you in here. See if we can get it all in there. All right. So that's it medically. I go back in 4 weeks. I know the routine by now. That's when the MRI will be ordered. I'd like to be positive and say that it will just heal on its own. My tendon, it's the perineal tendons. I don't know if any of you have ever had an issue with a perineal tendon. This is the shadow of her hair on the rock. So I want to be sure to get that in here. So yeah, that's it on the health front for the most part. Had my neck injections for my cervical dystonia, and so my neck is okay until I do too much, as per usual. I really just have to back off the coloring sometimes, and it really does upset me, if I'm honest. I don't get my content out like I want to. I don't get to relax and do my coloring. That's the most upsetting part. And I like hanging out with you all and doing this sort of thing, so yeah. Yeah, that's it. But I have been, I got some glitter down here at the bottom. I'll be right back. Let me show you what else I've been doing. So this is my Kindle case. And I decided to newly decorate it. These are Pipsticks stickers. And so it's waking up here. I have been reading The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn on chapter 11 there. Back to page. Okay. Actually, you know what is easy? Well, okay. Also, The Puppet Show by M.W. Craven. These are thrillers. The Mind F Bleep series. And The Stalker. I do have others here that I want to read, but I'm simultaneously, there we go, that word. I am listening to a book on Audible and then also reading the 3 of these at once. And then I also have the Housemaid series. I read the first one. It was really, really good. A nice, easy read to kind of get back into reading. And then the next one is The Housemaid's Secret. And I believe there's one more after this. I'm not sure if she's closing it out after that. But yeah, so I've been reading on my Kindle because I could do that in bed while I am resting. And so, yep, been doing some Kindle reading. And then I got this, you gotta make sure I don't get it in my markers. Let me zoom you out. There we go. You can see my mess. I got this book bag and it has my initials on it, but look how cute. It's dragon, got a really cute dragon on it. Let me move the book because then I don't have to worry about it, right? And then you can see it. So isn't this cute? Look how cute that is. In the world full of bookworms, be a book dragon. So I thought when I go out and about, I can stick my Kindle in here or physical books, coloring books, and then it has a snap in here. So let's try the Manga and Camellia Angelkova dragon. We put these in here, and you still have room if you have an even bigger book. Look, there's the book size. So yeah, it's a nice little shoulder bag to take with me. My family, we do Sunday fun days where we get together and hang out and play games and that sort of thing. So I thought that would be good to have. I'm always looking for a good little tote, and I will put the Etsy shop below if you are interested. I just thought this was really cute, and look, oh darling, oh I love it. Love, love. Okay, back to our page. Back to our page. And zoom back in here to this. Okay. So, yeah, I was reading in bed or on the couch, sometimes intrusively thinking I would rather be coloring, if I'm honest. I love the books that I'm reading. I mostly like to read thrillers and romantasy, fantasy. I don't normally do straight romance books. I am a romantic at heart, but I don't tend to read them necessarily. I won't turn away from, a well-rated one. But so if you all read, please let me know what you are reading, or if you have any book suggestions for me, that would be amazing. I don't know necessarily that I need to spend a lot of time on these rocks because the grayscale underneath is doing a good job on its own, but I did want let me use this Carandache blender. This is not sponsored by Carandache, this video, but it seems it right. No, it's not. So the summer, yeah, so far has been we've had a couple of hot days, but not too many in a row. But I tell you what, I was outside yesterday and the day before. I have a swing outside on the patio, so I was doing some swinging and reading and enjoying drinks. I discovered the matcha explosion, and I have been creating some different matcha drink recipes, and chef's kiss. But I've been enjoying those, going outside and swinging when my back was allowing me to do so. And we have lantern flies. They're an invasive species. And last year was the first year, maybe the last 2 years, where we started noticing the adult lantern flies invasion. I'll insert a picture here so you can see what they look like. Note to Christina to put that in here. But I found tons on my porch, and they jump. They're not only invasive to tree species, they actually kill trees, which is a shame. And they come in large numbers. But I remember last year going to one of my foot appointments, and you could not avoid stepping on them going into the doctor's office on the outside. It was so gross. And they're back, and these are the young ones. And there's a website to report them. I don't know if they're gonna try like spraying or something, but yeah, they are not good. I live in Pennsylvania, so I don't know, they didn't come from around here. So anyway, there were tons of them out last night when I was enjoying the sunset. Oh, you guys, no bueno. I do not like bugs. I like to color bugs, but I don't like to live with them. I would like for them to go away. Okay, so the two colors I used was the cold gray and a warm gray. I thought that would be a good combo. And now on her skin, I just want to do a little bit of definition on her skin, and I like, what do I like? This might be okay. Maybe, let's try. Might be too light. Let's just try. Yeah, I need a little darker, color. Don't want to get too pink. I'm trying to look for my go-to. Yeah, no. I think I better go to my Prismacolors. Prismacolor peach. Yeah, here's a light peach. Let me sharpen that a little bit. Yep, too light. Where is my some of the I have separated some of my sets into skin tone sets, and so I'm missing some of, not missing, but that's the salmon pink. Yeah, too orange. Too orange. I don't know. Maybe I won't miss. Well, it's working out okay if I blend the Prismacolor salmon pink and the light peach. I'm just bring you down here. Bring that light a little closer. Yeah, so we have an invasion of bugs, and your girl does not like the bugs. As some of you may know, I lost my father December. It's been 6 months, and had a little bit of a hard time knowing Father's Day is coming up. I keep getting these notifications about Father's Day cards, Father's Day gifts, and I am still going to celebrate my dad. But it's hard. Whew, do not want to get emotional, but I think sometimes too, I'm 53 years old, right? So, I don't depend on my dad for anything, solve any problems necessarily, or, whatnot for a lot of years, but he was a very, so sorry. Oof. Was a very supportive of my coloring and art hobby. Um, I too miss sharing that. And I don't know if that also, because I've also had a slump, and I think the slump has been physical, but also emotional. I miss sending texts to my dad to show him, I would pick a favorite out of the month that I colored. And not that I need validation, but it was just nice to talk to a family member, who was receptive to listening about my love of coloring. I'm sure some of you have some of that, you have family members that might relate to, a coloring hobby, and some that quite honestly might not understand it. But yeah, I just, I don't know, I miss him in general, but I also miss him for that. So, since he passed away in December, it's been all the firsts, the first Mother's Day my mom had to spend without him. Birthdays. My birthday was in March. It's just, those of you know, you know. Oh, Shmoo was probably barking at the mailman. Anyway, just thought I would share, for anyone else out there that is mourning a loved one, I see you. I've never lost a family member before, close family member. And so, yeah, it's been a little tough. A lot tough. And when you start to have things go, kind of wrong in your body, you know, I would try not to stress my dad out about anything that was kind of going on, but he would at least ask. My mom is a little more like, report the good stuff, and I understand that. She's 85 years old, and she came to visit, and we had a nice visit. I was so happy that my mom at 85, my sister drove them and got to spend time with her and my sister. So we had a nice time, and she got to see her great grandchildren, not great, her great-grandchildren, and that was nice too. So there's a lot of good things that are happening too. Just my dad not being a part of it hurts. It'll get easier, right? That's what I'm told anyway. It'll get a little easier. Okay, I think I have fiddle-fuddled enough with this page. Let me show you now. So we have a completed mermaid for May and June. Woohoo! But I tell you what is exciting about it is we got a page done in an untouched book. So I can take my washi tape off, which designates it as an untouched book. I stopped doing this, by the way, because it's hard to get the washi tape off, and sometimes it can rip the book, depending on the cover. Okay. But that is Enchanted Sea by Molly Harrison. And I really, really, really love how it turned out. And I really loved using this Carandache fluorescent marker on her hair. Really was really what made her hair pop. I did want to go over this a little bit. So yeah, we got a page done, and I'm gonna mark down that I used my my Prismacolor and polychromos, and yeah, good to go. I'm happy to have gotten that done. Don't be afraid of grayscale. If you're new to grayscale, they turn out beautifully. So that's how these start out. They're very heavily grayscaled. And this background, you can't see a whole lot because I had a dark blue, but you can see that there's, a few lighter spots. I'll see if I can get it maybe closer to where you can see there's lighter areas, darker areas, and in here. So I could have done some bubbles or whatever, but I think I'm just gonna like it the way it is and be happy we finished a page together. In Woodland Kingdom Coloring Book, the group, by the way, on Instagram, there's a group of us. It used to be Sherry Dunowitz on Instagram and Jamie from Finding Joy in Color. And then Happy Catastrophe has joined us, and a couple others. So if you are interested in coloring any pages in this book with us, we have done quite a few. I'll go through. By the way, it's by Toshiyuki Fukuda. We've been doing this for a year and a half. We've done this intro page. These two pages. And mostly on these pages, I use pastels, chalk pastels on here, alcohol marker, and pencil. And any old pencil, will do, but Artex and Prismacolor work really well. Also, everything is single-sided, so your double page spread has a blank page on each side. And you can see here I have alcohol marker. The next double page spread we're doing is this one. So if you'd like to join in, please do. We take about a couple of months to finish the double page spreads. So you would be early in if you wanted to join us. If we finish it in a month, everybody, then we would pick another page. We just kind of go by everyone's schedule because, you know, we all have different things going on in our lives. But it's a nice little group to share progress, share mediums you're using. It's a fabulous book. This is a page that I mean, I want to do all the pages, but I love that page. And we have some cups. And we did these 2 pages. And this double page spread. Lots of glitter stickles. Okay. Let me get to my next colored page. This one we did recently. This double page spread. I'll tell you here, I used Cali Art and Ohuhu Copic markers, Stabilo fine liners, Black Widow pencils, Posca White, Spectrum Noir, metallic flip markers, Pen and Gear ultra fine liners, the Languo Silver, Jelly Roll Sparkle. So you can do a lot of mediums. Here's one where I did some oil and also some pan pastel and oil. Yeah. It's not my favorite, but I did some different stuff. This paper is so nice. This is a very underrated book in my opinion. I think people shy away from it because it has the squiggly lines, but it actually, with alcohol marker, you don't get bleed through unless you really heavily sat on a line. It's a nice protection. Yeah, it's a fun book. And here's another double page spread. Just lots of fun. You can make night scenes and day scenes, and look, see? It's heavily alcohol marker. It just looks amazing. I love them. Here is a double page spread we did for birthday month. I think it was it last year we did this? Or yeah, I think so. This one's really sweet. My favorites are the double page spreads. But anyway, so if you would like to join, this is the page that we're doing. And also Jackie is, we're doing this. It's tandem, body color and group body coloring. So if you would like to join in, please do. And that's Woodland Kingdom Coloring Book. Something else I want to mention that I haven't been mentioning enough in my videos. God Jeweler, Merry Christmas by Hanna Karlzon. I have hashtag God Jewel all year. And I've only gotten done the 1 page, I think, since I started the hashtag. Because I wanted you all to have a hashtag in case you wanted to do any of these pages when it wasn't December, for instance. But just to remind you that I do have this hashtag, and I plan on starting to tackle these pages. And we have July coming up next month. I know the US shipments have not come out yet. But if you do have this book already, or when you get it, just know that I have a hashtag, and go ahead and tag me on Instagram so we can see all of your beautiful pages. Yeah, this was with Gansai Tambi granulating watercolor and lots of metallic. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you, it's the only hashtag that I have going right now. I am hoping to get past the summer, and when the new spooky book by Sarah Sedgwick comes out, I think I will start back up a spooky hashtag for the new book We did many pages in the original Spooky. I hope you all are continuing to do spooky pages out of that book, but it's going to be the new one. It will be fresh to everyone, and I thought I will be ready to do a hashtag again where we work in it every month. So if you're interested in that, do let me know so that there is some interest. If there's not, that's okay. But I know a lot of people love that book. We worked out of that book for a good year and got a lot of pages done. I think I'm going to wrap it up with that. I'm going to show you these gouache swatches. The teal is almost, that's the one that I went over. They're almost finished drying, but aren't they beautiful? A great gouache set if you're looking for one. And here are the Gansai Tambi granulating colors, the second set. And I would wait till they are, here you can see the granulating. They're still wet. But yeah, look how cool those are. I would wait till they're dry and give you a look-see. So anyway, I hope that updates you. I hope you got some enjoyment out of a little bit of coloring. It was therapeutic for me. I needed to get back on here and get a video done for you all and for myself and swatch some of these new supplies. Not too many, not too much. But yeah, you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Be careful, be safe, and love you guys, and take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Happy coloring.